can't afford it. Just like
Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Hopsin Friday, which means another reaction from Hopsin. So today's reaction is the official music video for his track Fly. Now I've had a few people suggest this to me, so I'm reacting to it today. I'm very excited to get back into Hopsin. You'll probably notice I'm in a different setting as to what I normally am. Normally I'm in the living room at my desk, the little desk that I've got in the corner. But today I have my little boy at home with me because he wasn't feeling great this morning, so I kept him off of nursery. My little girl's at school and he's at home with me, so he's kind of in there sort of watching something on the iPad while I'm just sort of filming a couple of videos quickly this morning. And I'm going to try and sort of get a couple done, and then I can sort of spend this afternoon with him. Without further ado, let's check this video out and see what Hopsin's got for us. Here we go.
And that's why companies are thriving. It's a very important factor, especially in this day and age with the market being so saturated. And that's my presentation on marketing. Thank you.
Okay, our next presenter will be Mr. Hopson. Marcus Hopson, the podium is yours.
I was taught that education is the only way to make it. Then how'd I get so much money inside my savings? My teachers never saw the heights that I was fucking aiming. Did the man who invented college go to college? Okay then. Am I the only one that noticed humans on the same shit? Y'all thought you're selling on the same ship. And if that's the case, then that's the reason that you ain't shit. Let me enlighten you, my niggas, just let your brain drift. First of all, the best type of marketing is marketing that doesn't feel like marketing. It makes the people feel like they are part of it. And when it's done right, corporations think it's marvelous. They feed us these ideas and then we place them in our hearts to sit. It's why players are good at getting chicks. It's why Nike is good at selling kicks. It's why Disney is loved by all the kids. Why McDonald's owners is super rich. We too blinded to ever see them pitch. See, when this happens, we take our health, wealth, lives, and just hand them.
Wow, okay, first impressions, the eyes are back. I love the setting where he's kind of done it in a classroom where he's kind of doing he's doing a presentation and sort of giving a speech or giving a whole spiel on marketing and what that means and what's kind of involved in it and how they go about pushing an idea out there to the masses and they get everybody to jump on board. It's really, really clever. So I love the whole setting of that. And so far so good. I think this is going to be an interesting one. It's going to be an eye-opener. So let's carry on and see what else he's got for us. I'm going to run it back a little bit just because I caught him kind of mid-sentence there.
It's why Disney is loved by all the kids. Why McDonald's owners is super rich. We too blinded to ever see them pitch. See, when this happens, we take our health, wealth, lives, and just hand them off, thinking that we did this from organic thoughts. I know you seen parents trick kids with candy toys and Santa Claus. The same method is used to trap adults, but instead of candy, it's with money, religion, drugs, and alcohol. Mention that shit and this go arouse us all. I done seen niggas get into fights over cigarettes like a pack of dogs. They get you hooked and then they laugh at y'all. I really hate to break it to you, but your life's being played with. You have not witnessed the world cause you stuck in the matrix. Everything we have been taught was all a lie. Open your eyes,
wow.
Open your mind.
That is so true. This clever marketing where they'll, I mean, I don't know about over in America, but over in the UK, the government make money off of tobacco sales, for example, and sales of alcohol, and they know that these things kill us, or certainly as far as smoking goes, they know that these things kill us, and yet they still continue to sell them. But the crazy thing is, they will tell you, oh, it's better for your health if you give up smoking and things like this. It's a strain on the NHS, on the National Health Service, because a lot of people go in with smoking related illnesses and diseases and things like that. So their way of kind of getting around that loophole is they advertise on their cigarette packets these kind of really graphic images of what smoking can do to you, like what it does to your lungs, how it clogs your arteries and it affects your heart, and how it can cause other things like this. And they almost like it's like a scare tactic that they'll put pictures on of like somebody that's laid out on their deathbed, and they'll say, you know, things like smoking is highly addictive, don't start, or, you know, quit smoking now. And yet they still continue to sell these things, and they make no attempt in banning them because it makes so much money. So they play with your head like that, where people are still able to carry on smoking even though it's bad for your health, it's bad for the National Health Service, it's a drain on the resources, but they make money off of it. That's what works for them. They make money. And it's the same with alcohol to some degree. And it's insane. It's absolutely insane how they market these things, but there's a loophole that they get around so that they can carry on doing this and carry on making money, almost kind of like in a roundabout way, like, well, okay, if you carry on smoking then this is what can happen, we warned you, but carry on because it's making us money. Wow. So that is so true. The way he put that was perfectly summed up. The things that even that are bad for your health, they still continue to promote and sort of slyly push out there, so you still carry on feeding into it. It's crazy. Wow, this is absolutely insane. Okay, let's carry on.
Man, can't you see we're robots who know not what we do, and we got no shot in the real world until we climb out of this ice cold box? Your whole life has been part of a whole plot to keep you at the bottom while they on top. Stay quiet, then they won't stop. They always trying to show us what we don't got. They do it to all of us till we finally break and go cop or go watch, knowing we need the cash for rent. My ass is sick just thinking about how rich and powerful all these bastards get. They package ideas like it's oxygen. They make us feel like if we ain't got it, we fucked and we cannot fit in. This fucking system is not your friend. And understand they controlling your thoughts, cause they got a lot to win. Niggas get turned away when I mention this. Ignorance is bliss, but I don't give a fuck. I don't censor shit. The matrix is real when you done entered it. It's way too intricate for you to ever realize that you fucking simpleton. I really hate to break it to you, but your life's being played.
So true.
You have not witnessed the world cause you're stuck in the matrix. Everything we have been taught was all a lie. Open your eyes, open your mind, and fly. Yeah, fuck Hollywood.
Wow.
Fuck.
Yeah, again, that's so true. They push these ideas. It's kind of like the richer that the rich get, the worse that the poor seem off. And it's crazy if you just think, well, you know, if somebody kind of like, if all the millionaires and billionaires gave like 1 million or 2 million of their money to every single poorer person on earth, we wouldn't have poverty, we wouldn't have homelessness, we wouldn't. And I know it's not just about throwing money at a problem. Sometimes problems run deeper than just financial help, but it would be a damn good start. All of these billionaires and multi-millionaires that don't necessarily need all the wealth that they've got, imagine if they gave a lot of their wealth to things like the National Health Services and homeless societies where they help homeless people, and hospitals and hospices and places that really need it. Can you imagine how much people would benefit from that? But unfortunately, there's so many people, although they do a lot of good, the people that are worth millions and even billions, yes, I'm not saying that none of those people give to charity, because I know a lot of them do, but they could give a little bit more. They could give quite a lot more, and they still wouldn't go bankrupt. They still wouldn't really lose out on the money that they give away. They'd probably gain that back within a few months in interest, or certainly within a year or two. And in the meantime, it wouldn't really be missed by them because they've got so much money, some of these people. So it's absolutely crazy just how it works. Something needs to change. I mean, you think of all these countries that kind of, they're at war, they sort of they have arms deals and things with other countries, and the amount that they pay for that each year, or if all that money was to go to a better cause, like actually healing the sick and helping the dying and finding cures and treatments for certain illnesses and diseases, imagine what that could do. Instead of paying money to trade arms and swap guns and ammunition, and that are there to start wars, imagine actually helping people a lot more, rather than trying to kill off a load of people through a war or famine or greed, frankly, because that's what it boils down to. It's greed and power. Wow, that's this is some heavy, deep stuff, but it's so true. He's got so many great points in this. Wow.
All these reality shows, making us feel lame unless we blowing stacks on new clothes, making us feel like we ain't cool unless we have a few hoes, making us feel like we ugly unless we have a new nose. I see naturally beautiful women get Botox, fake tits, fake lips, they so brainwashed and it doesn't make sense. Focus on your life and the path you pursuing, cause y'all too busy worried about what Kim Kardashian's doing. Check it, most of the shit that you sheep are watching on television is fake as fuck and it's not real. I rebel against it, it's the devil's business, they just reel y'all in. If they say it, we do it, yo, I'm trying to tell y'all, man, the system created the stereotype for the black image. That's why my people are scared to be different. Why don't you get it? I'm done practicing these ridiculous rituals. It's time I become a real individual and just do me.
I know he just name dropped then someone specific, but there are so many of these reality shows, not just the Kardashians, but so many of these reality shows and these sort of like Project Runways and the America's Next Top Model and you know, all that sort of thing that really put pressure on people. A lot of the time women, probably mainly women actually, that seem to feel that pressure to fit in and to be perfect and to look like those people on there. But even men as well, it's just that this constant pressure to keep up with a certain kind of lifestyle and what seems to be the perfect lifestyle, where people have, you know, loads of money and they have big houses and flash cars and they go on all the luxurious holidays and things like that. And it's not all it's cracked up to be. Yes, those things are lovely. Yes, those things would help a lot. And as I said before, you know, throwing money at some problems would really help. But money at the same time doesn't solve everything. It doesn't make you truly happy, I believe. It helps. It can go some way to creating a better life and to giving you things or allowing you to have access to things that you wouldn't normally have. But there's a lot more to life than just having millions in the bank and going on all these luxurious trips and just having all of this luxury around you. Life is about more than that. It's about making memories. It's about being happy in yourself and being content and having good people around you and just following what you choose to do, following the path that you want to go on and to do something that benefits other people as well as yourself and the people close to you. And that's truly what life is about. It sounds like a cliche maybe, but I really do believe that. I think sometimes the richest people in the world are not necessarily the happiest. They'll tell you that they're really happy and like, why wouldn't I be happy? You know, I've got all this money in the bank and I've got these big houses and holiday homes and, you know, about 20 cars in the driveway. Why wouldn't I be happy? But are they really happy? Celebrities a lot of the time are proof of this, where they've got all of this fame and fortune, and yet some of those celebrities end up in rehab, they end up taking their own life, they have other problems. And fame and fortune bring a whole different load of problems as well, whether you're a celebrity or not. Fortune certainly brings a whole new load of problems, you know, begging letters, death threats, ransom notes, family and friends crawling out of the woodwork because you've got money and you don't know who to trust and you don't know whether they're using you for your money or what they can get out of you or how far they'll go when they attach themselves onto your name. It causes so many other problems. So it's nice in a way, but you've kind of got to have your head screwed on and know what you're doing with it and not let it go too far into your head. Not get carried away and do some good with it and help other people that really need it, rather than just kind of focus on yourself and give it to the people that don't really need it. Like these big corporations and big businesses that will just, you give it to them and they will just get richer and richer, and in the meantime there's so many other people that are worse off, that are less fortunate, that you could actually be helping. So just, I think it's about being wise with the money and the fortune and the privilege that you have. Things are not always what they seem. You have to kind of dig deeper and educate yourself, do your own research and just really think things through and make sure you're doing things with the best intentions and with all the information given to you. So that's really, really interesting, this whole point about, you know, women that feel the need to be perfect, and from speaking from a woman's point of view, there is so much pressure and it's unhealthy. It's really unhealthy and it's really toxic. There's always the need to look perfect, to have like the perfect partner, to, you know, to to be a certain way, to match up to everybody else that seems to be that way, that seems to have their life together. And yet how many of these people actually have their lives together? And mentioning Kim Kardashian, let's be honest, between all of them, the Kardashian sisters, you know, how many people, how many marriages have they been through now? So, you know, they have their own problems, and it's not all it's cracked up to be, is all I'm saying. You know, it's probably a lovely lifestyle in some respects, but it's not the be all and end all. There are more important things in life. Right, let's carry on.
I really hate to break it to you, but your life's being played with. You have not witnessed the world, cause you stuck in the matrix. Everything we have been taught was all a lie. Open your eyes, open your mind, and fly.
It's a brilliant video, love the visuals. Nobody else but you. It's perfectly cut. Wow. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Love the visuals. Like I say, I just that sort of setting at the end was amazing. I don't know if it was in a real place or if it was a green screen or a studio or what, but that was brilliant. It's almost like they kind of went from the modern world to back to their roots, back to nature, back to simplicity. And sometimes that's what's needed. I think there is something quite incredible about sort of clearing your mind and escaping from, even if it's just for social media for a day or a week or something, just making a point of switching off from everything that bombards you, from the media and the system and social media and things like that, and just clearing your head and just having a break, having a kind of like a hiatus where you just don't check social media, you don't go on the internet. I think more people should do it a lot more often. And just it's a way of resetting your mind, reprogramming your mind, and realizing what's actually important. Spend that time with, you know, family and friends a lot more, rather than sat glued to the screen or glued to your phone. And just spend time with your kids a lot more, and really pay attention to them and what they have to say and what they're doing, what they're up to. Have conversations and sit down for meal times and really take the time to reconnect with people and reconnect with nature. Go for walks, you know, just camp out in the middle of nowhere and just go for a walk on the beach, where, you know, wherever you are, just reconnect and disconnect from technology, disconnect from the modern world that can sometimes seem really overwhelming and quite scary and claustrophobic, I think. And I think we all need to do that a lot more often. I think we all need to try and remind ourselves of that. You know, there's nothing wrong with it. Even if you just have one day a week where you just stay off social media and you stay away from everything that's toxic or that can potentially be toxic, just to regroup and, yeah, just recharge your batteries. This was a very important message, and I'm so glad I reacted to this one. Absolutely brilliant. On point, as always, with Hopsin. He always has something interesting and intelligent and thought-provoking to say, and that's what I love about Hopsin. He's just brilliant like that, brilliant with his words, the way he writes songs, and you listen to the way he words it and it makes complete sense. It might be something that you haven't been able to put into words before now. He seems to be able to do that, and you can so relate to it, totally relate to it. I love that about him and his music. and I loved this. So if you enjoyed this too, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and put your notifications on for more Hopsin reactions and reactions from other artists whenever I post. I'm trying to sort of get back to normal at the minute after a little bit of a break or a few weeks where I couldn't really do much because of sickness and things with me and the kids and trying to catch up with stuff at home. But hopefully I'm back now and I'm going to try and sort of put out as many reactions again as I can. If you want to stay tuned for those, please subscribe and make sure you have notifications on. And I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.